So there are multiple different types of leads. I'm going to go through 3 of them. So the first one, all of them, they submit inquiries on our site. Like they choose to submit it. We don't force them to do it. And the first one is a phone connection. So they inquire on our site and then we get a hold of them. We ask them for their name and if they're in the market to buy a home. And then we call you from this phone number, the 206-539-0456 number. That's the Zillow validated connections number that you should have saved in your phone. So you're going to answer the number and press 1 to connect. And then in the Zillow inbox and in Boomtown, it'll say that this is a connection. We connected you with this lead over the phone. And so these connections are our highest converting leads. Our top agents tend to convert these leads at around 10%. So 1 out of 10 should go under contract. The second type of connection is called a tour connection. So this means the customer went on to Zillow and not only did they see a home they like and they filled out the form to contact an agent, but they specifically said they want to view the property, either in person or over a video tour. So if that's the case, then the phone number you see on your caller ID is the same Zillow Connections number, but instead in the Premier Agent app and in Boomtown, it'll say this is a property tour or a video tour. And then the third type of lead is called a nurture lead. So nurture leads are when they submit an inquiry and our Zillow team was working to follow up with them and we couldn't turn it into a connection. Then we put it in the nurture pool and we pass those leads to you for you to take over the follow-up. So the way you're notified of these leads, the nurture leads, is through a push notification from the Premier Agent app. It's that banner that pops up from the app. And then you'll also get Boomtown notifications. And some of the reasons why a nurture lead would fall in this bucket are, let's say we're texting with the lead and we're like, hey, are you potentially in the market to buy a home? And they go, well, I'm thinking of renting, but I'm also thinking of buying, I'm not sure. Then we put that lead in the nurture pool, we tag it as a renter. But in this case, it's someone who's thinking of buying, and then we'll send the lead to you for you to take over the follow-up. Or we'll say, hey, are you available in the next couple of minutes for us to connect you with a local buyer's agent? And the lead was like, oh, I don't know, I want to drive by the property first. We're not sure if Mill Creek is where we want to live, so we want to see the neighborhood, I want to see the outside, I want to see the street traffic, and if I like what I see, then I'll call back. In that case, we can't force the customer to get onto the phone and be live transferred to an agent, so we pass the lead to you as a nurture lead. Now, what if they say, oh, like now's not a good time, I'm really busy, we have to take our kids to soccer, and we're really, can we talk to an agent next week? In that case, we put the lead in the nurture pool and we pass it to you. So nurture leads are just as good as other leads. You just have to meet the customer where they are in their home shopping journey. Make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And then just to clarify a little bit for the tour connections, when they inquire, this is how they choose whether they want an in-person or a video tour. And then they choose the day that they want the tour, and then they hit request. This information does not connect to the MLS at all. It doesn't connect to like showing time or showing instructions. It's just the customer telling you their preference on when they would like to see the home. In either case, whatever option they choose, they still talk to Alex at Zillow and we will validate them, confirm their name and that they're in the market to buy a home, and then we'll connect them with you live over the phone. Just know that when you receive these types of tour connections, like just book the appointment. That's what they want. They're literally telling you they want to see this home, on Monday, June 1st. So confirm the time and then take it from there. So for the most part, when people inquire on Zillow, on the right-hand side of the screen, they'll fill out the form to contact an agent, but they don't choose the Perry group. They don't choose anybody. They just fill out this form and they click contact agent, and the lead goes to Zillow. And we have a team at Zillow, our connections team. There's thousands of them, and they live in Denver and in Seattle. They have customer service experience. They're not licensed. And it's their job to follow up with every single lead, get a hold of them, and then live transfer them to an agent or send them to agents as nurture leads. So let's say a lead comes in this way, and the lead's name is Susie, and to the consumer, the Zillow rep's name is Alex. Everyone at Zillow, to them, their name is Alex. It's a pseudonym. It's kind of like Siri or Alexa. So the lead will come in, and the first thing that we do at Zillow is we text them. So we'll say, "Hi, Susie, this is Alex with Zillow. Got your note about 123 Banana Street. Are you free to chat in the next 5 minutes?" If Susie says yes, then we will ask her for her name in the event that she put in a screen name when she inquired. So let's say her screen name was like, Asian baby girl 22. And so we don't know her name. So then one of the questions we'll ask is, "Hey, can you share your name? We didn't get it." So she'll say, "Oh, my name is Susie." And then we'll text back and we'll say, "Great. Are you potentially in the market to buy a home?" So Susie has to say yes to this question in order for us to consider it a connection. She'll say, "Yes, I'm in the market to buy a home." And then we'll say, "Great. Are you available in the next 2 minutes for us to introduce you to a local buyer's agent?" So she has to text us back and say, "Yes, I am." Then we'll say, "Great, just give us a few." So this whole time, like, we're chatting with the lead, it's over text message, and they're probably just like at home or, at work or something like that. And then the Zillow rep has like a headset on, and then they'll start calling Premier agents and getting them on the phone. So let's say it's the Perry Group's turn. So we call you. When we call you, we call multiple agents on the team at the same time. So we'll randomly call 5 people or so on the team. The phone number that you guys will all see on your caller ID is the Zillow validated connections number. And you guys as a team have 30 seconds to answer the phone and press 1. If all of you drop the ball and you don't answer that call within 30 seconds, we're going to hang up and we're going to send the lead to somebody else. Probably the Stern team or Joel Carson, like someone not in the Perry Group. So it's a missed opportunity. So the call comes in, and then let's say Karsten is the first person to answer the phone. So he'll answer, and so he'll like swipe on his iPhone, and then he'll go to the keypad and he'll press 1, and he gets the lead. And then you're going to hear a recording that says, "Hello, this is the Premier Agent team. I have a buyer for you. Buyer's name is Susie. Susie's interested in 123 Banana Street." And then we'll send you a push notification while you're on the phone with the Zillow rep. So it looks like this. It'll say, "Get ready for your call. Susie needs help with 123 Kensington." So you tap on the push notification, and then it takes you to this screen where it has the name of the buyer, the property address, the MLS number, and more importantly, it has the original questions that the lead submitted when they inquired. So maybe in this section, it'll say, "I'm interested in 123 Kensington. How much is the HOA and what's the process to get pre-approved?" Like they can type that in there, and that this is how you'll see it before the buyer gets on the line. So you get this info, and during this time, what should you be doing? If you're driving and you're not good at multitasking, this is a good time to pull over. If you're in front of your computer, this is a good time to pull up the MLS and just type in the MLS number. I work with Joel Carson, and how he's always on the go. He's like almost never like at his desk. So when he takes Zillow leads, he'll be in his Porsche, and the call will come in, and then he'll press 1 to accept the lead while he's driving. And then once he presses 1, he pulls up the MLS. He has it bookmarked on his phone. And when the automated robot is giving him the MLS number verbally over the phone, he's just typing it in to the MLS, and then it loads. And then the recording will then say, "If you're ready for the buyer, press 1. If you need help with a Zillow rep, press 0. Or this information that we just provided to you verbally will repeat in 5 seconds. And then in 5 seconds, the whole recording starts over. It's okay if the recording starts over. You got the lead, it's yours, and the buyer's not on the line. So if you're ready for the buyer, then you can just press 1. And once you press 1, we use a machine to automatically dial the buyer's phone. The buyer's phone will ring, and she'll be like, "Oh, this is Alex with Zillow that I've been texting with." So she'll answer the phone, and then she hears a recording too. It says, "Alex from Zillow here. press 1 to connect to a local agent. So Susie has to press 1. So when Susie presses 1, we take her phone call and we take your phone call and we merge them onto a conference call. And then at the beginning of the conference call, you're going to hear a recording that says, Alex here, connecting you to a local agent now. And then it's go time. That's like the beginning of your call. You have to start talking and charm them and set the appointment and sell them a house. Does that make sense in terms of how the connections process works?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Once you take the call, like you're successfully on the phone with the buyer, then we put the lead in your Premier Agent app with the contact info of the lead. So we put it in your PA app, we assign it to you, and then it goes into Boomtown assigned to you. In the Premier Agent app, while you're on the phone with the lead, you can go to the customer section and you can see what they've been doing on Zillow. So you can see what homes they've been viewing, how many they've been saving, what homes they've been saving. Like, you should look at this while you're on the phone with the lead so that you can engage them in a conversation about it. Also, at the beginning of the phone call, Alex at Zillow will send a text message to the customer saying, thank you so much for your time. Today, we introduced you to Megan. Here's Megan's Zillow profile. Here's her contact information. We send them for your contact information, not your real cell phone number. We give them your personal Zillow number. So everyone in this room has their own like special personal Zillow number. That's the number that we give to clients when we introduce them to you. And if they want to text you or call you, that connects directly to you. And it helps us track everything in the Premier Agent app.